Conspiracy theories, we love them or hate them. They make us feel inspired as well as feel despair. And there are endless theories, some more credible than others. And I've taken hours to put loads of them together so that you can enjoy them. Some of which you will recognize, some of them you will not. Why? Because they came from my own mind. But I guarantee you, if you give me a shot, you will be greatly intrigued, blown away. Food for thought, if you like. Anyway, here comes my list with over 50 conspiracy theories, which I've divided in 7 levels of, well, despair, craziness. I'm not sure, but you can decide. Will you click off the video now and live a normal happy life? Or stay in Wonderland and I'll show you just how deep the rabbit hole goes. Is it rabbit hole? Anyway, let's start. We're going to flick through the first levels because they're not that interesting. To start with, Bigfoot. This one goes to level 0. Doesn't matter if it's true or not. Just like how the Loch Ness Monster doesn't matter if it's true or not. Dinosaurs, my only regret, I don't really care if they're real, is I would have liked to try what they tasted like. I really like chicken and meat after all. Next we have the monoliths. They appeared around the world some time ago and I think it's just some guy tried to troll us, to be honest. And of course we got flat earth. I mean, just look at this goofy photo. Life outside of our planet, I mean, dog. Come on, the universe is too big. Now level 1, this kind of thing makes us blush. They're interesting, they're like, oh my god, what if? 4th dimension. I spoke about it with a friend for hours and I decided I would never speak about it again because it fried my brain. Whether it's true or not, I don't really care too much, but we are in 1 dimension, so we might as well make the most out of this one. Can you go in the 4th dimension? I can't. The lost city of El Dorado, the lost city of Atlantis, the Bermuda Triangle, the Simpsons and time travelers. If there really is time travelers, I mean, they're affected by certain rules and they can't really do too much, so I don't really care about them. Horton, here's the who. What if we were a tiny speck of dust of a bigger world and same for that world of another bigger world and so on and so forth? Perhaps, perhaps not. Don't care too much, but I like it. Nazca lines. What if they're to communicate with extraterrestrial beings and we did it once upon a time? Fam, they're just drawings. LGBTQ being the devil. No, let's be real. They're nothing like that. They're not mischievous trying to plot against humanity. Just a bunch of pervs. Black holes. The last in this list is number 1 because I don't know. Are you going to go in a black hole? Am I? No, unless we start insulting each other's families and saying, yeah, your mom's ass is a black hole or something like that, which I wouldn't do because I'm a man of faith. But I really wonder where they take us, this is one of my favorite ones of all. You know, what if they take us to another reality? Imagine they took me to an anime world. Goddamn. In that case, I would do everything in my power to go, probably. Next up, level 2. This makes us a little bit uncomfortable. Like, why is it a thing? Why is this even a belief that people are throwing around? So of course, to start with, we have social media and Jewish people. Is it really run by them? No. And even if it is, I mean, bro, like, who cares? Just stop using it. The government is fake and is trying to control us. The only reason this is here, not deeper, is because there are many more interesting ways of looking at this, so not good enough. Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself, I don't care. And it goes hand in hand with the whole Hollywood is filled with pedos and I can't do much about it. Obviously, pedophilia is bad. Anyone that does it, I hope they have a terrible death. And worst is the destination of hell. 9/11, was it real? Was it not? It was real that it happened, but was it really what they made it out to be in the news? Or was it a plot to incite anger towards a certain group? Not sure. Jesus, peace be upon him, was black. Bro, the thing is, who cares, bro? Black, white, yellow, pink, bro. His message is still the same. Why are we looking at skin color? God, so many people want to be progressive about things. This is like regressive. Next, racism. I don't know why people are pretending that it was a one-sided thing. We were all racist. There was all sorts of slaves. It just depended really on the conditions. Anyhow, not that interesting to talk about anyways. Pizzagate, child trafficking and pedos. Yeah, don't like it. Everybody but you is a robot. I mean, look, if this comes to be, and if this is really the case, okay, like, so what? I'm still in love with so many robots around the world, right? I love my family, I love my friends, I love my future wife. But like, the robots, okay, cool. Maybe for the best, who knows? If you watching this are a robot and I'm a human, or the other way around, then what? We'll never find out, and we've done a pretty good job at pretending to be robots. You're the only human. Nah, but for real, and another one is the whole robots taking over the world. I mean, look at this cutie, Wall-E. No way, it's true. There's also the whole reptilians and aliens being amongst us already in planet Earth. Yeah, maybe. I always thought about it. I think it's quite interesting, but I don't care too much. There probably is monsters amongst us. Deja vus. Oh, God. I used to love them. Now I hate them. Like, what is going on? Why am I getting them? What is he trying to tell me? And I kind of link it a little bit to the sixth sense, which is another one. Do we really have a sixth sense, or is it an idea, a conspiracy theory? Well, one thing is for sure, sometimes I get animalistic reflexes and I'm like, this is not normal. I am a freak of nature, but it can't be that I just feel like somebody's behind me. I turn around, right? They're right there behind me. Or maybe like someone's about to ring the bell. Ding dong. I'm like, bro, come on. I bet it's happened to you as well. I also want to talk about lucid dreaming, parallel worlds and all that stuff. I don't like the brain when it does things that I don't understand. Mandela effect, when we think that something was a certain way but it wasn't. Is this really the Mandela effect, or did the reality change? I don't know. I ponder. And I ponder. Now we're going into level 3. This level now makes you a little bit worried at night. You think about certain things and they give you fear, or they give you a little bit of, oh, this is not cool. So to start off, we're gonna go with deep water creatures. Yep, I don't think there's many people in the world that say, yeah, I love the deep ocean, it makes me feel relaxed. Hell no, not seeing what's underneath you is creepy as hell. Next up, we live in a simulation. Perhaps we do. And if we do, I would have liked my replay button to be a little bit cooler. If I was in a simulation, I might as well be born in one where there's like Spider-Man, like for real, and Batman and stuff, and I can touch a meteorite, get superpowers, start killing people, or saving people, depends on your inclination. Next up, there's this thing that's in my head which really troubles me. When I was younger, I heard about a story of NASA having some sort of man hack into their website, and he hacked into their website accidentally, they said, or whatever, and within seconds the police and the SWATs were in his house swarming all over. And I remember hearing about this and I was like, dude, what the hell, within seconds? This means that they are everywhere. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is that whenever I tried to do any research about this, it slowly started disappearing from the world. And it came to the point where I can't find any proof of it anymore. Was this all in my head? When I was younger, like literally a little kid, did I make this up? I've spoken about this to some people, and some people remember something on the lines of it, and most people are like, nah, I never heard anything about it. Was it true? Was it not? Am I crazy? Or am I not? I guess we'll never know. Next up, Islamists. So people pretending to be Muslim. I'm sure this happens to other kind of groups. I've seen it before I realized that it was a conspiracy theory when I was making preparations for this video. Next up, different civilizations being different species, meaning maybe they were all frogs instead of humans. This is interesting because it's like, what happened? But it's also highly unlikely, so yeah. Next up, we have people that drink babies' bloods and eat them for immortality and things of the sort. It's really dark and I really hope this is not true. If it is, God curse them all. Next up, BlackRock. BlackRock is the real owner of the world. It owns most of the stocks and therefore also most of the things that happen. The government is really just a cover-up, and really the truth is that BlackRock and Vanguard are the ones in control. Control of consumption. What if all of our favorite entertainers and streamers and comedians and all this stuff were actually forced an agenda, or not forced but suggested? Have you ever heard of the $50 million deal where people are offered $50 million to do something like putting on a dress? Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart. Level 4. In this level, we're going to start getting deep. We're going to start losing hope. There might be a bit more explanation or a little bit less, depending on what compels it. Satanists, are they real? The New World Order, Illuminati, and the Round Table of Elites. Probably one of the favorites in the space of self-improvement, you know, the whole, oh, your enemies, Matrix.
The Matrix has attacked me.
Whatever, it's all the same, but the Illuminati and the Round Table, the New Order, is the ultimatum of all of them. Next up, COVID. Coronavirus! Was it real? Was it all some sort of plot for whatever reason? Allahu Alam, God knows, I don't. The prohibition of DMT in research and, in use as well, and psychedelics. One thing that really confuses me is that we are pretending like we are these ethical people now. That, oh, we don't want to poison each other, it's bad to do drugs for experiments, we shouldn't experiment, it's dangerous. When have we ever shown such courtesy and such illustriousness? We've always been unethical, especially in the search of knowledge, right? We've conducted so many experiments to understand humans better that we're highly unethical. Not just in behavior and, mental states, but also inducing certain gases, certain drugs. Why is it that DMT and psychedelics in specific are the ones that are frowned upon the most, when coincidentally they're the ones that are said to give you an experience of enlightenment, of closeness to God, to open your eyes to the truth? Coincidence? I think not. I don't like that we have a tougher system on these drugs over the other ones when it comes to experimenting. I don't like favorability in general. Level 5, this is the level where the whole world is going crazy. And we're starting off strong. Antichrist. The Antichrist is said that he's going to come pretending to be the prophet, which will bring about salvation and whatever. And a lot of people will call him the prophet because he will actually bring about alliance in the world when it has problems through politics and charisma. But I don't buy it, and he ain't gonna deceive me. If I see him face to face, matter of fact, I'm gonna punch him in his teeth, and then I'm gonna kick his shin. The educational system is made to enslave us and have a mind that is easier to manage. To be honest, a lot of the philanthropy history and how it came to be is super obscure. All I know is that I'm going to provide my kids with private education. Now we have a simple statement, which for me is a conspiracy theory. History is written by the victors. This makes me incapable of trusting anything ever in the history books. In war, it's plain obvious there is no such thing as simple as good and bad. There's only bad and worse. And I can't help but to think that the history that is written is cleverly put together for a certain purpose that I do not know. Level 6. If you believe these to be true, all my days, you are in for some despair. God is dead. This isn't as plain as God is dead, but rather the truth is dead. The 4 horsemen of apocalypse spoken about in the scriptures. They consist of war, conquest, famine and death. Death is death and illness. Conquest is control. The other one, they are what they say. The conspiracy theory isn't that they'll come. The conspiracy theory is that it's here. There is war all over the world still. Palestine, Ukraine, other places that are not spoken about. There is famine and people are dying of hunger because not enough rain exportation is being sent around. So people are suffering because of the war, and famine comes as like a consequence. Conquest. Things like the Neuralink or the new technological advances of implants and general AI, it feels like people have more control over us than ever before. As for the illness, I mean, we all know of the coronavirus. This is all happening at once. Coincidence? I hope so. Now level 7. We feel like we are at the top of our history, like we are cleverer than ever. But we can't work out how it is that places like Egypt made the pyramids or other infrastructures around the world. We look at it from above and it's like a computer chip and things of the sort. It looks very strange, we can't work it out. They definitely didn't have the technology back then. Perhaps older civilizations had different ways, such as instead of technology, spirituality. Maybe they acquire superpowers. It is an enigma. However, as promised at the start, it doesn't end here. The plot thickens. What if there was a cycle in which we evolve into higher beings? What if we become God and observe the new humans? What if all of these technological advancements are going to make us progress into another cosmic being, and the cycle of control and the cycle of power continues? We get big and then we observe the little. Right now, maybe we are being observed by another thing that was once upon a time also what you'd consider a human. But what if the plot thickened even more? What if it became thick with 2 C's? The final judgment. The hour will come where the trumpet is blown and the mountains disappear like ashes. We will all be lined up together, and it will be the final hour for not just humanity but the universe. I think it'd be pretty cool, to be honest. I don't mind too much. If we all die, it's not like, oh, I'm jealous because I'm dead but they live. No, it's we're all dead. So whatever, why not? And it might surprise you that it's this low or this high, but heaven and hell. It might be offensive to call it a conspiracy theory. I believe in heaven and hell. What if heaven and hell were real? That would mean that this life is a test. That would mean that you have to do in this life what God wants you to do. It would mean that there's no point to anything besides to pass this test of this paper with flying colors. This gives me an excuse to be as good as I can be to the world, and makes me not be a bad man, a criminal man. Because if I didn't believe in such a thing as hell and heaven, I think I'd probably be a degenerate. I think I'd probably be a manipulator, a piece of trash, and one of the worst things ever. I genuinely think I have very good capacity for evil, meaning I'm capable of it. But I do not do it at all, because I believe in heaven and hell. And heaven is my ultimate desire, and living this life with as much love as I can have is probably the best gateway, is what I've worked out to get there. Level 80, the cycle of history and infinity. What if all of this has happened before and it will happen again? What if us thinking this way has already happened? And what if us trying to escape the loop has already happened, but we just always end up in the same loop? What if nothing ever mattered and nothing ever changed? And this makes you a little bit hopeless or hopeful, meaning that means that what I'm meant to be doing, I will do. Well, perhaps, or perhaps not. And such is the way of conspiracy theories. We don't know. A lot of the answers will probably reveal themselves when we die. But hey, we're still alive. So here's a beautiful set of drawings which kind of describe it. It starts off as nothing, and then when the population starts getting together and working and we're thriving and enjoying it, the consumption state, I remember this one, and then chaos, destruction, war, battles against each other, and then we're all dying off. There's all just havoc and death, until the world begins to heal itself once again, and then we start returning once more. Isn't this a beautiful sequence? Well, maybe not beautiful, matter of fact it's not beautiful at all. I mean, it's really obscure, but I think it does a really good job of showing how stupid we can be, because I see it as being totally true, or rather totally possible. But yeah, anyway, I hope that you enjoyed, and oh wait, there's another one. Level 99. This is all in your head. Yeah, what if this was all in your head? And I don't remember writing this theory, but yeah, what about the conspiracy theory of what if nothing was real, alright, and it just all happened in your head? What then, right? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and that you 888. Who are you? Wait. What? I didn't write this. Can you see this? 999. Wait, what? Wake up? What is that?
Peel white pads from gray plastic case. Attach pads to bare skin exactly as shown. Remove clothes from patient's chest. Stay clear of patient. Analyzing heart rhythm. Stay clear of patient. Analyzing heart rhythm. Shock advised. Stay clear of patient. Press the flashing orange button now. Shock delivered. It is safe to touch the patient.